All right, here we are with stage three, the last stage of the Tour de Spartacus series, 3-day stage race. First year that this was put on. It's been a fun series so far. This time we're at on the Temple and Towers course in Makuri Island. So starting out here in Nyokio, up over the rooftop KOM, then out to Umeidzi for the castle climb and temple climb, and then we swing back in to a sprint finish back in Nyokyo. So the first selection here is clearly going to be on the rooftop KOM. There is also a there are also intermediate points available in this stage, which weren't available in the first two stages, and those count towards the team competition, but not the individual GC competition. So the first one here is the fastest through segment on the rooftop KOM, and that really changes the dynamic and how a group is going to deal with this climb. Without the points in place, there may have been some earlier attacks, some earlier splits, but the best way to approach a climb that has a fastest through segment is to, especially a shorter punchier climb like this, is to stick together with the group. It is a draftable climb, and then push at the very last ramp. And that's what you see here. We're going to see just around the corner here that this is where people start making their push. And so here I'm pushing to make sure that I catch on, that I'm not going to get dropped on this first selection, and then I'm able to stick with this group at least until Castle KOM. And so here I am able to catch up just on that climb, on a bit of a downhill here. And so now we've got a group in decent sized group. So it's numbers are fluctuating back and forth there, but it's around 30s. And then we sort of are downhill out of the city. It's relatively flat until we hit the Castle KOM. Overall, I thought this series was well done. It's fun to have a nice 3-day series. I enjoy sort of having stage race and sort of having a combined effort. But I don't have the time for some of the other more popular series like the Flamme Rouge Racing, which is usually 5 days or more with stages that are usually lasting an hour and a half or more. Working full time, kids activities, just hard to really make that commitment to put that much time in on the bike over 5 or 6 days. So this was a nice option to be able to do. It was a good time, seemed to work out for people in North America, people in Europe. I think people in Australia and New Zealand were kind of put out. The time didn't really work, but it was just the one-time option, which is good, keeps it simple for the organizers, keeps it simple for those of us who are racing as well. So we're just about to head towards the castle here. There are a few people off the front, but you can see in the comments from before, those are the people that are a little bit higher up in terms of categories than we are. So some people were happy to let it go. Other people wanted to chase it down. I think I talked last time about sort of there's a few in this that sort of signed up in the C-Pen that are well above based on their velo scores, based on their Zwift racing scores, but they chose to jump into the C-Pen. That's just, if that's what they're into, that's what you're into. If you need to fill something in your life by sandbagging and winning virtual races on a video game, then I guess that's what you got to do. So here, a lot of people had their feathers here. They're starting to get some gaps built up on this climb. I'm hoping I'm not going to get dropped, but you can see there's a few seconds up. I'm able to catch up on this flatter section here before another ramp and get back in. Now we're down to sort of fluctuating between high 20s, low 30s. Not too many people. Few people get dropped off the back, but not a serious split. And then we're sort of around the corner here. And the push, even on the flat, I'm starting to get gapped. I'm losing time here. I'm back a few seconds, but I have a feeling it's going to get back together after people sort of get their fastest through segment points. They will sit up a little, and that's what happened. We've got the group is back together. We've got a couple kilometers of flat before we head up to the Temple KOM. So there I got another draft boost. I wasn't lucky with getting any feathers. So I just had to rely on my legs, which weren't feeling the best at this point. Going into this one, I was sitting at sixth in the GC. Our team was actually first in the team GC, and I thought, okay, well, maybe I can sneak up into the top five. But after Castle Kayom, the legs were just telling me that if you're able to hold on to top 10, then that'll be good enough. And here you can see the heart rate is already starting to get pretty high. I'm struggling to sit with this group, and all I see is orange and red in front of me on the graph up above. So doing my best to try to sit in, but also not wanting to totally destroy myself. And this is where the group just gets away on that steep section there. It's a couple seconds, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the elastic is snapped. You can see my heart rate is over 200. Not good. So I just, okay, there's, there goes that group. I'm going to try to find someone to ride with here and just maintain a little bit of gap. I noticed that my closest rival, if you will, Rick, is 10 seconds back at this point. He was the one that I was closest with on GC and who I've raced with in all kinds of different series over the years. So I just was watching him. I always like to race against Rick. We seem to be well matched, and I always have fun racing against each other. So I was hoping to keep up that gap and try to stick on this guy's wheel, at least have someone else to ride with, so I wasn't out in no man's land between two groups riding on my own, which is never fun. So at least have someone to ride with. Have even if it's a group of two, it's better than being stuck solo. And so here I roll over. I think I'm sitting at 7:22, which not a bad time for me. Again, it doesn't measure up with a lot of the other stronger riders in this race. And a lot of riders, like even I'm not saying that sort of the stronger riders, not talking about those in other categories, but just talking about those even in the platinum and amethyst categories closer to me, much stronger climbers. I don't have any issue with riding with people that's sort of in a higher category like amethyst or even two categories up. I think the next one up is sapphire. Um, it's just when people are sort of amongst the highest categories and racing down is what I get annoyed with. So here we've got a nice group of four. I'm just trying to catch my breath. I have a feeling the group behind is going to catch. I can see on the right there that Rick is likely to catch, so I'm just going to have to try to sprint with him to hold on to my place just ahead of him, just more for pride and bragging rights with him at this point. Just minor placing, and again, see if I can hold on to something. Again, top 10, given given the strength of this pen, I should be quite happy with that in terms of a GC result, and just uh, having some good racing and getting some good workouts. Now here with no steering in these races, it was a bit odd because you get put outside in the larger groups. When the group is quite big, you don't notice it so much, but in a group of like 8 or 10, then you kind of find sometimes you get out to the side and lose the draft, which isn't too fun. So here you can see again, I've got out to the side, and the only time I have a feather is for the sprint at the end. I do my best here for the last few hundred meters, but it's not much. Fortunately, I fell behind, finished 18th. I think that was expected. That was my expected on Zwift Racing app, so I can't complain too much. And then here you see in the final GC, Rick got me in that sprint and beat me by the 1 second to finish ninth, just ahead of me. And in the team competition, we ended up second. So overall, pretty good for the team and individually. Thanks for watching.